Web applications these days are complex, and sometimes that complexity can be a bit of a headache if you're testing. It's not uncommon to be in a situation where you have requests from the application that include an overwhelming number of parameters, headers, and values. And of course, all of that is potential surface area, and you should evaluate all of that. But sometimes what you really want to do to just get going is identify what is the kind of minimally viable request such that you're going to get the same response that you did from the original request. And there is a Burp extension that does this for you, which is really great. It's called Request Minimizer. Let's just check the BAP store real quick. Yeah, it's called Request Minimizer, and of course, as you can see here, I already have it installed. And I've set up for us a very annoying request to look at. Actually, this content is partly generated by Paraminer, so I know already that these headers are not processed and are just taking up space in our request. And what I'd like to do is clean this request down and find, the minimally viable request where I get the exact same response. So all I have to do here is right-click in the request, Extensions, Request Minimizer, and I'm going to do it in the current tab. Actually, we'll do it in a new tab so that we can see the difference with the current one. Now, this is a really great tool to simplify what you're testing and see what are the core parameters, headers that are processed. However, it doesn't mean just because you don't need the same parameter or header in a request to get the same response doesn't mean that they are not worth testing, right? It doesn't exclude those from the surface area of the application. You still need to consider that the application may process or handle those in some way that could lead to a vulnerability. However, this is a great convenience for at least trying to understand how the functionality is intended to work. And as you can see here, it has created a really simple request here. Just look at the last request. Look at that mess. The minimized one, it's two lines. Isn't that great? And if I click send, you can see that we get the same response. It's as easy as that. Of course, keep in mind, as with tools of this nature, it's going to be sending requests to your application in order to determine what elements are absolutely crucial. And I think that the tool isn't perfect. I think there are some situations where it won't test certain things, but in this case, it was great. It removed cookies and it removed headers, and it will look at parameters as well. So give it a try if you want to make testing a little bit simpler.